Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Friday Frothy here again on a Friday night. Glennie, how are you, mate?
Great, mate. It's been a very busy week again, and here we are. We're back. We had a little spell, mate.
We did. But we'll get into that in a minute, mate. So much going on this week with the US Open, the Ashes. We've had the sad passing of Danny Frawley, the Boomers,
mate. Yeah,
and the horrific crash of Alex Peroni, which we'll get into very shortly, mate.
Very lucky boy.
Go and grab yourself a froth, sit back, because we're going to talk a stack of sports tonight. This is the Friday Frothy. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Friday Frothy. As I said, Glennie, a big week, mate.
Has been, mate. Yeah, look, I suppose the world of sport, mate, just doesn't stop, does it? It's we've had our ups. Let's say we've had some ups. We've had some great moments in sport through the week. We've had, as you mentioned, we've had the Boomers on the, I suppose, on the cusp of actually getting in their first final, mate, of all time.
We'll cover some basketball a little bit later. Yes.
Then we've had the other side, as you just mentioned, mate, about our great mate Alex Peroni and both Jeff and myself and Alison and Leah and the whole Friday Frothy team, plus everyone in Tasmania, send out our best wishes and hope a speedy recovery to our little mate Alex. And
well, we've got some news on Alex. We've got a media release from his manager David Quinn yesterday. I put a little bit of a thing up on Facebook about, he's coming back home. And but I'll have a bit of a talk about it in a minute. Just wanted to let people know, if you're new to the show, because we do have some new subscribers. Hopefully we're working subscribe, ring the bell. Hopefully we're working all right tonight, because every week we're trying technology.
Every week we're doing the right thing. It's just Carl's on.
Yep. And we're all good? We're all working all right?
Yeah. That's okay, keep going.
But we're going to keep going.
Carl's on. Yeah.
Hello, Carl. How you going,
mate? Carl. How you going, mate?
Sorry, guys. So, as I said, every week we're trying new technology, and we're doing something different again here tonight. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're all working up and going. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because
and ring the bell.
Ring the bell, because we talk about sports every Friday night, 6:30.
For people like myself that aren't
Hawthorn supporters,
but that don't know a lot about technology and that, it does not cost you anything to subscribe. So you just subscribe and that, and hopefully you like us, and hopefully we've got something there that you want to hear about.
Yeah, probably not, but subscribe anyway.
But subscribe just because we're good blokes.
Well, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Now, another good bloke, mate, we've got to put on tonight, as we do every week at the start of the show, Corey's Garden and Landscaping. He's the major sponsor of the Friday Frothy.
He is. He's a great man.
If you've got anything to do in your garden, such as decks, pergolas, landscaping, retaining walls,
anything to do, building, doesn't matter what he does everything.
He's a genius, absolute genius. Maintenance. Thank you very much, Leah. So, Corey's Garden and Landscaping.
There he is, Corey's.
Proud sponsor of the Friday Frothy. Got him. G'day guys, it's Jeff here from the Friday Frothy. I'm here with Corey from Corey's Garden and Landscaping, our major sponsor for the Friday Frothy. So, Glenn, let's get into... Well, first of all, if you haven't seen our interview from last week, as Glenn said, we had the night off being live, but we had an interview with the dart player Damon Hedder, winner of the Brisbane Masters. The Heat. How good was that?
And he brought it.
He did. If you have not watched that interview, I can suggest get onto it, because it is an absolute brilliant interview.
Brilliant interview. A genuine guy, and as we said, on his way to England.
Yes.
And ready to smash the Poms and everyone over there, hopefully the Australian cricketers are doing at the moment.
Whoa.
At the moment.
Whoa.
We won the Ashes, let's be honest.
My
word.
Well
done with that.
Oh, now, here's a bit of technology we're going to try tonight.
There we go.
This could go well, it may not. Let's see how we go.
All right, no worries. Okay,
Bear with us, folks.
Hello, Corey. Can you see us?
Can you see us?
No, he's gone.
No.
That was just a caller in. He's gone now. But
Let's try.
So do you want to put some cam on you?
No, I can go in here now, Jeff.
Bear with us, folks. Turn your camera on.
Hello, boys.
Hey,
There you go, Corey. How are you, mate?
How are we?
Good, buddy.
There you go, mate. Corey's landscaping and gardening, mate.
Football Club night.
Yep.
Granada.
Yep.
And we're going to do a special guest. Oh, Paddy Cripps.
Mr. Cripps. Hello,
There it
Patrick
is.
Cripps. So, Corey, what's happening there tonight, mate?
Yeah, what's your night?
Charlie.
Okay.
There you go, mate.
Where's...
Going down well here, boys. I'll give you a ring after a few frothies and a bit of tea.
Yeah, no
Okay,
worries at all,
you
mate.
get into it.
Have a good night.
Enjoy, mate.
All right.
There you go.
So that was Corey from Corey's Garden and Landscaping. He's at a blues night tonight.
He's out at a local haunt down here in Hobart called the Granada Tavern, and we don't know what it is, but Carlton Football Club are down there meeting all the Carlton blue baggers that support them. And
So who was that? There was Patrick Cripps.
Patrick Cripps, I noticed, got the big Ford.
Mark Murphy's there.
Mark Murphy's there, and they're all there.
Are they?
Well,
I
most
thought
of them
there
look
was
like
just a
they were
handful.
there. Oh, well, they look like the, let's face it, it's Carlton. Most of them, the best ones are there, mate, aren't they?
So anyway, hopefully...
Kerno.
Oh,
Charlie
is it? That's Charlie
Kerno.
Kerno.
That was Charlie Kerno
right.
who was just
so,
doing that.
So hopefully, if all goes well, hopefully Corey's going to line us up with Mark Murphy to say hello to, and he's going to get on and have a chat with us tonight.
Well, we can. So we'd be thrilled if that can happen, but for you guests out there, just have to bear with us, I suppose.
Anyway,
we don't know.
Glennie, let's start off with Alex Peroni. Did you see it?
I
You
did.
saw the crash?
I saw it, and if you look back earlier in the year when we saw that young lady that flew up into the air, when I saw it, I just put my hands over my eyes, thinking, I hope this kid gets out of this, because no one normally walks away from that.
That
Jeff.
was bad. Al, have we got any footage of that you might be able to throw up?
You want me, which one?
The actual crash itself. So if you haven't seen the crash, this is Alex Peroni at Monza on Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening.
And of course, if you don't know, if you're only tuning in for the first time, Alex Peroni's a young Tasmanian, 19-year-old, probably nearly turning 20, is he? Superstar who drives what they call Formula 3.
Yep.
And unfortunately, he was in where was he racing?
Monza.
He was in Monza, and the car hit a like a speed hump, and it's propelled him over the guardrail.
Sure.
Nothing. No.
So, anyway,
Just checking on the sound.
Yeah. So basically, look, as I said, mate, lucky to be alive. I know his dad was there. And, I mean, what can I say?
Al, have you got some footage you can chuck away?
Yep.
I can show you what happened to Alex Peroni. Oh my goodness. That is a horrific sight. Very serious crash.
You have to go, because it'll be stop-start.
We're back. So there you go, absolutely horrifying. We were watching the race live, and as we do every race, Glennie, and
Well, look, it's not all doom and gloom. There's good news to come out of it. He had a vertebrae that was.
He survived it. That's the good news.
He survived it. The car didn't, but we don't care about the car.
No,
at the moment, we only care about Alex, and he looks like he's coming back to Tassie to recover.
He's actually on his way back now.
Yeah.
He's been given clearance by the hospital to
Over
fly.
there. Yeah.
With his insurance, I spoke with his manager the other day, David Quinn. So thank you, David,
Yeah, thanks, David.
for filling us in of what was going on.
Because we're all worried.
So basically, a bit of a media release from David the other day, and I'll just read bits and pieces of this. So he was in the Formula 3 race at Monza, a 250-kilometre-hour crash. What he hit was a sausage curb, so it was actually a curb.
It's off the curb. It's off the track, isn't it? Slightly?
Which sent him flying. Why it was on the track, we don't know, but it was there. After the accident, they removed the sausage curb. So, Alex fractured his vertebrae, and as I said, he's okay to come home as of today. So he's probably on the plane now. David said that his insurance company has been absolutely fantastic, and they've booked him a flight to fly back. He's in first class, so they can completely lay down.
Yep. Okay.
Because obviously he can't sit.
Yeah.
He's in a brace, which I think he's going to be in it for at least the next 30 days, which means he's going to have total rest period in those 30 days. So he's coming home to do nothing but to lay down and relax. Consequently, upsettingly, that he's not going to get to race in the last round of the Formula 3 at Russia. And he's also not going to get to race in the Macau Grand Prix, which is the one that you just talked about before, about the...
Yeah.
So that was going to be the highlight of this year, but...
well, that's life, mate. When you're in high-performance sport like that, you can't, and it's... you know, we never know. These things, we don't want them to happen, but unfortunately it is part of all sport, whether it's on a footy field, in racing or whatever.
Never seen a person look happier in hospital, though.
No,
and look, he's still...
You've got some pictures you can put up there?
I think that's the thing about
Alex.
Alex.
In the brace.
That's Alex
he
in the
still
brace.
smiles, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He still has a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's just a very positive boy, and we you know, mate, we think you're we know you're a champion.
We know you're a champion.
Look, there's not much more to say, but just get well, mate.
Well, he's already saying that he can't wait to get back in the car and start again. But as David has said, you know,
just take a step back.
You're going to have some time to recover.
Exactly.
Now, obviously, Glenn, he's already talking about 2020, but that's going to come down to recovery of funds and whether or not they can afford to build the car. Because you've got to understand, these guys are out there on a shoestring budget. They're not a major team. They're self-funding. They're sponsored. They don't win anything if they win races. They get a trophy and congratulations.
Well done.
So the one good thing that's come out of this is the fact that it's not a good thing, but at least Alex now is known all over the world.
Yep.
So there might be someone out there, as David said to me, hey, I've been to Tasmania before.
Yep.
Looks a beautiful place. I'd like to put some money into that. So
exactly.
And I'm
well, he's putting us on the map anyway. There's no one else in Australia at his age, is there, in that category? I don't think.
Not in Australia, no.
So I mean, he's leading the way, and I think it's up to everyone to get behind him, and the people that can afford to do it.
There's someone out there who knows someone or who is someone. If you win the $150 million next year, throw some money towards Alex Peroni because these guys deserve it. Yeah. He's a great young kid. He's a great young kid. The other thing that David said to me was a bit suspect of when the crash happened, that they actually let him walk out of the car after such a big crash. Yeah. With the back injuries that he's got, he's lucky. He's lucky. So lucky. So
all right, speedy recovery, mate.
Yeah.
We don't want to. We know that you're a positive kid, and we're positive. The main thing is you're okay, and let's look forward.
On the bottom, underneath, we'll have some links to Alex Peroni's website, his Facebook, and also a link if you want to sponsor, if you want to get in and help. And this reminds me of the old Dick Johnson at Bathurst when he hit the rock. Dick Johnson was flat broke. He was gone. He was out. And the people rallied behind him and got him back on the track. So, I don't know. Alex, if you watch this, mate, I reckon go for a GoFundMe page, mate, because we'd certainly be behind it, I tell you now.
Absolutely we would.
And I reckon the rest of Australia would too. So, David, Alex, just putting it out there. Let's get a bad situation and turn it good.
And turn it into a good one.
And, get some money behind this kid because... he's a champion. He's a champion.
While we're at it, we might as well, while we're talking, this is a fun show, but unfortunately we've got to report what isn't, and I'm going to get it out of the way. We're going to go straight on, and then we're going to be looking at the positives. But for Danny Frawley, obviously everyone's watched throughout the week, his passing, and every sports show that's been on throughout Australia, and any show, whether it's the news or not. This guy, obviously we know that he's passed and what happened, but again, as far as we go, we're passing on our condolences to his family and
all his mates,
and that, of course, we've watched. I've watched him play. Right through. He's actually my age. He's the same age, and
that's pretty old. Then.
He's it is, but. Well, he's not. He was only 56.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding, mate.
And the thing is that he was much loved, and I used to watch Bounce. I can tell you now, every Sunday night.
What a character!
With him and Jason Dunstall, it was sensational. really, that look, his two closest mates, you know, they put it all on the line, I suppose, and they had to reflect. They're doing it hard, and the people that are closest to Danny and his family, they're doing it hard. But that what they do see out of this, and out of everything bad, there is a positive, and the guy was positive. Unfortunately, we've mentioned, and I know Jeff and the boys down here, they're doing you know, a rally around Tasmania and that, which is for variety bash, but that's for all things.
Yeah.
Beyond Blue is an important thing, especially important to me. But that's something now it's there, and I think we can't turn away from that anymore. So
just on that, Glennie, if you've got any problems, anything at all,
yeah,
Beyond
just
Blue,
talk,
Lifeline,
yeah,
all these different things. Al, we got a thing on the number up there.
Yeah, we need to get help. It is a shocking, as Jason Dunstall said.
Just say
it is a terrible disease. It's a shocking thing. It's hard to work out, and you know, I just hope that you know, his family in time can move on, and you know, we just remember just what not just that he was a good footballer, but he was a very good coach. He was a good. He was smart when he was on the radio,
he was entertaining,
doing the you know, with the boys every Saturday morning on the rub, and you know, look. Just R.I.P. mate. Rest in peace.
Yep.
So anyway, let's on a brighter note.
We're thinking of all the family
we
out
are,
there, and
we are.
family, friends. Just takes one call. To stop that from
So
happening.
just make sure that if there is any trouble, that's right, that you do.
That's
You talk to someone, your closest mate, family, friends, and like Danny did, he wasn't scared to talk out, and I think that's what we've got to do. Yeah. But anyway, let's get on to some brighter show. Yeah,
have a bit of fun.
Yeah, let's have some fun here. That's what the show's about.
Now, if you're new to the show, we do a segment called Out With It, and it's pretty big tonight, Glenn. I've got to throw some.
We've got lots of Out With It.
Out With It's anything that gets on our goat during the week, anything that's annoyed us or peed us off, and goes a little bit like this, Al.
Hang on, I've got to find it.
Oh, it doesn't go like that.
Out with it!
Out with it!
There we go.
Well, mate, I'm gonna start off slow. All right.
Yeah. We work up to it. Mate.
Yeah. We talk.
You're like a train.
We talk a lot here about money and payment in sports and how it's out of control. And there's a new one that's just come out. Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. NFL, so he's a gridiron player, right?
Yeah.
He's a running back, and he's just done a deal for $132 million a year. So, makes him the highest player in his position. Is that a year? Thanks to a 6-year extension. That makes
okay. The highest paid player at his position.
Yeah, which is a running back, $132 million. It's just crazy.
It's crazy money, isn't it?
Crazy, you know.
I mean, we was talking about a golf. You know, that was what was that 22?
15 million, I think it was.
Yeah, but this is.
But that's over.
I
6
know,
years,
but still 132 million, Jeff. 132 million. I can't fathom that. Anyway, but
I'd buy you a couple of cars there, Alex, if that was me.
Yeah, well, they could.
Mate, the next one is. I'm a little bit peeved, and I did a thing on Facebook during the week. It's about Bathurst, and the starting time of Bathurst is getting later and later and later. And I'm a traditional Bathurst person, and
ready. You're in the cockpit.
By 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm ready to race.
You're ready to
go. We've already opened a beer and had a barbecue, but it's now going to start this year at 11:30. I know it's old news, but I'm still not happy with it.
No, so it'll be going all nearly through the night.
What's the answer? Extend the race, make it longer, go 1,500 kilometres instead of 1,000.
Why have they done that? Why?
Because
is this all about advertising? Is this about TV?
Of course it is. The race is actually finishing too early because the cars are getting faster. All right. So last year it finished before 5 o'clock. They want it to go through till 6 o'clock.
Oh, do they?
They do. They do. So they're starting it later, so it finishes later. But I don't think that it's the answer. I think the answer is to extend the race. If you got any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, this is what this show's about. So if you've got any, that's right. So what Jeff's
give some
reported
comments.
That give us some comments. ring us up, get on there, get on the frothies and that, and just give us your opinion.
Now,
So,
you can do this one. You can do
mate.
You can do the third one. So, our Prime Minister, Glennie.
Oh, well, yes, old ScoMo.
What do you call him this afternoon?
Oh, I can't think what I call
What do you call him? Como.
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 Cosmo.
Cosmo.
So where are we there, mate?
Well, he's got an. Well, I'll help you out. He's got a new plane that's just been,
Yes.
given to the Prime Minister of Australia, and like Air Force One, they've named the Australian Prime Minister's plane.
Right.
What have they named it?
I don't know. What is it?
Shark One.
Well, he's a shark.
Well, he is because he follows Cronulla.
Well, no. Well, I'm a shark, man.
But what happened?
Go Sharks, but anyway. No, but I mean...
What have I done? See? This is where it all falls. This is where it all falls down. He's the Prime Minister of Australia.
I know.
And he's the man, he's the people.
Well, he's promoting the Shire.
He
Cronulla
should be promoting the whole of
No,
Australia.
he should not.
Not one football team in Australia.
Well, he did ring up too, by the way, while we're talking about it. He did ring up Steve Smith. No, he rang Steve Smith.
Oh, yeah.
He rang Australia, and he was just extending his sheer delight at the fact that we done him in the Ashes as well. So I thought that was good.
ScoMo.
But ScoMo, what we're
Shark
saying...
One is no good.
Tell them, that's right.
What
Shark
should it
One.
be? It should be Kangaroos, Spirit of No, not Spirit of Tasmania. Spirit of Australia, Kangaroos.
Well, something like that. Yeah.
Or Hawks.
Yeah. Or Hawks.
Nah, no Hawks. No Hawks. Now, I do have another one that I'm going to talk about later, but I think we're going to throw it in here now because I'm going to want to ask you a question. All right?
He's gone nuts. Hang on.
Hang on. Wait.
No, you're right. It's just me. I was just trying to...
Oh, no, it's the producer going nuts. During the week, they revealed a statue in Victoria of Taylor Harris.
Oh, Taylor Harris, yes.
Now, we all know the story about Taylor Harris.
We do.
Kick
So
the
she
leg.
was... Yeah, no, she was. She's a great athlete. She's a boxer. She's a.
We've got a picture of that. I'll chuck that up.
Yeah, she's a boxer. She's a footballer. She's a damn good sportsman, and she was mocked.
Sports person, mate. Sorry to pull you up on that.
What did I say?
Sportsman.
No, sportswoman. Any rate, she was kicking the ball, and there's not too many people that can actually, including all male footballers, can get their leg extended the way that she could kick the ball, and she was trolled online. That's what this is about.
Yes.
And in brief, good on her. She fought back, and she's been honoured, any rate, for being a very terrific young woman playing sport.
But they used the same pose.
Yes, they did.
What you get,
They did, but they've done a statue.
Yeah.
But that's what we're talking about.
The thing is, Glenn, that it's not people it's a hard one because we don't condone trolls and this bullying has to stop. But people are saying, hang on a minute, is she worthy of a statue? In her early career. Now, I'm not saying that because she'd beat the crap out of me because she's a boxer. So I'm not saying anything bad.
I think the artists, they I don't know where they're putting that yet. I don't think they're actually...
No, it's not staying there. It's going somewhere else.
No, but that's what I mean. They don't know where yet.
It'll probably end up out the front of the MCG,
Well,
the front door.
Well, it is. I suppose now that they've brought the women's football into it now, that's going to be a legitimate thing you're going to see now. So you're going to see the greats, the footballers of yesteryear, the greats today, and you're going to see now the women's footballers taken off.
Look, I agree with what you're
saying. Including the Australian cricketers too, women, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But it's probably a little bit too early to have a statue.
Well, it's not her.
No, you're right.
How many other people, women or men,
Well,
got their leg up that
actually, again,
I've got a statue.
With our viewers, viewers,
it's a horse.
What do you think? Do you think, even though she's been hard done by, do you think she should have a statue yet, or at least until she's, I don't know, played X amount of games?
Or is the statue just a thing about bullying and women in sports? It's a statement.
Because the statement's a great statement. Because there shouldn't be the bullying, but I don't know, as you said, if it should be put...
Yeah. Anyway, you got anything else for out with it?
No. No. We'll talk about cricket and that later. I won't put it on
the Ashes.
No, we won't.
Yeah.
That is out with it.
That is out with it.
That is out with it. Oh, out with it.
Our stream health just took a hit.
Out with it!
Okie dokie. Let's talk a little bit about basketball.
Right. Well, that's
tonight.
We're right into it because the Australians are playing tonight against. They're playing against the Spanish boys.
Spaniards.
Spain. And they're the ones that beat us in the Olympics, Jeff.
Yeah, they took the bronze off us, Glenn.
They did, and they won't do it tonight.
You bloody Spaniards.
Actually, our great man Andrew Gay's over there. He's I heard today where he's reported he's quietly confident that he thinks that the boys are up to the fight. Because you've got to think too, a lot of the Spanish guys that make up the five on the court, they're all very good NBA, American basketball.
Oh, are they really?
Mate, they're top level.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're playing the top, the cream of the crop, or as you want to call it.
The cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop, yeah. What do I say? The cream.
The
Who
cream.
cares? Cream rises to the top. But
Bloody thieves.
Andrew Gaze reckons our boys, because I tell you what, we just got momentum. I've been watching the basketball.
6-zip now, Glenny. 6-zip.
Yeah. Little Paddy Mills and Ingles.
Yep.
They have been dominating.
Yep.
And even big old Humphrey Bogut, he started to come to the party. He's going to have to play a blinder tonight.
Didn't need Simmons, did they?
Well, no, but look, it just shows you the...
Oh, Craigie, the Don.
The Don?
Sorry. Hello, the Don. Sorry, mate, we don't have, or anyone out
No.
there, we don't have anything in front of us that we can actually see who's talking, so Leah's letting us know. So
Great friend, the Don,
Thanks
from
for joining us,
Melbourne and
Craigie.
and Liz. There you go.
How you going?
So yeah, as I was saying, mate, it's they've really excelled at the moment. So whatever happens from here, the good old USA, they're out. They got done. Who beat them today?
Serbia.
Serbia done them. So it's the second time. France beat them by about 10 points, I think, in the first. I think they got done again by roughly the same.
Yep.
So they're out.
So France.
That's in history.
So Spain. Yeah, I know.
In history, that's the first time.
So Spain plays Australia tonight. Is that right?
That's right.
And then tomorrow, I think it is.
It'll be.
Oh no, it's tonight as well.
No.
Argentina plays France.
Okay, and then obviously it's a winner out, loser.
So much on tonight, guys. I don't know how you're going to choose because you've got the Boomers playing,
Yeah.
you've got the Ashes playing, and then you've got West Coast playing.
West Coast playing the
Geelong.
Geelong.
So anyway, good luck to the Boomers, mate, and fingers crossed they get a win and beat the.
Well, it'll be a
Spanish
really.
guys.
I think the biggest thing is, and we've reported all year, that the Australians are hitting basketball now in America by storm, basically. Or, because there's so many guys over there now that, as you said, Jeff, that are not playing, that were eligible.
Yep.
And look, had we been able to put our best out there, wow,
Now,
we
listen,
wouldn't be talking about it. They've done a great job.
Talking about the best, people probably haven't seen some of our earlier shows. And what happened in your basketball career, Glenn?
Well, I didn't really. I certainly wasn't going to make the Olympics at 5'9.5".
Oh, you never. How big's Paddy Mills? Really?
Well, probably about my height.
About the same.
But certainly blessed with a lot of ability, and yeah, I mean, I always think that
You got kicked out, Glenn. Just say it.
it's a physical game.
You got kicked out, Glenn.
I actually got kicked out of it.
This is what happens
But,
when you put an AFL footballer into a basketball game of non-contact.
When they're this tall, mate, you can't get the ball, so you've got to
Kick him in the shins.
You've got to actually go for other tactics.
Mate, this weekend's a big weekend in AFL football. We've got West Coast playing Geelong tonight, and then tomorrow we've got Brisbane and
quickly,
GWS.
so before we go there,
Yes.
a quick pick.
I'm
I'm going for West Coast.
Peter Wood's probably watching, but I think I'm going to go West Coast as well.
Well,
Sorry, Pete. 'cause
I
know
think they
you
can go
love
all the
your
way.
Cats. Go Cats.
Yeah.
Leah's a bit.
Well, I think I commented and going back quite a few shows. I said Richmond will win the grand final.
You
but
did.
things can happen, and I reckon
Tomorrow night? What do you think?
it's a hard one.
I got to tell you now, Glennie, I reckon that 3/4, probably more than 3/4
I'm
of the country
Brisbane.
are on Brisbane.
I'm going for Brisbane.
I
like Brisbane.
There'll be 5,000 people supporting GWS,
Well-
and that's their members.
Well, our own Chris Fagan's a Tasmanian boy, and I hope that they get over the line, and because it's got the great Luke Hodge up there, probably playing one of his last games. So go Brisbane Lions. I didn't think they were disgraced, against
I think
against Richmond. They just missed. They had plenty of opportunities, and unfortunately, boys, you're going to have to start kicking goals.
Now, Glenn, talking about missing, Willie Rioli, he's missed it as well, hasn't he?
Well, he got part of the cup, and the other.
Have you got anything out of this? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I don't know. I reckon I'm as confused as everyone else around Australia, Jeff. The same as yourself.
Well, it's happened two weeks ago to start with, and he's still playing.
Well, let's put things in perspective here. Now, as reported, players that have gone through this testing, and they're tested at random, but guys like Jordan Lewis was on one of the shows the other night, and he said, you have to, and without being rude, you've got to urinate in front of a tester.
Yeah.
Your pants are down, you stand in front of him, it goes into the cup, sealed, straight off to be tested.
So what they're saying, he's poured some Gatorade in it.
Now, how could that happen?
Well, he didn't piss on his face like the other guy.
Well, that's true. Todd Carney didn't do it. Todd Carney.
The thing is, and I don't think. Then I heard that a tester cannot be. He cannot if he does something while he's in front of him, he can't report that to start with. But it's all there to see. So
it just sounds extremely dodgy.
It does.
People are already saying to me that he's going to get
He's this kid.
He's apologised.
This kid's the same age as my. Well, he's the same age as my boy, and I can remember Tim's played against this kid when he was younger. And he's actually a kid that's come from the Northern Territory. He's got the great Rioli name.
Yeah.
And we're not suggesting for 1 minute that he's guilty, and we're not suggesting anything at the moment.
Dodgy,
but it's bizarre. It's bizarre. It is bizarre, mate, and we can't. It's hard to comment on. So the worst thing is,
we'll come back next week.
We will. The worst thing is, you got a 23-year-old, 24-year-old. I think he might be turning 24-year-old boy who's gone back to Darwin. His mental health now is an issue. And he will not play again this year. So he's technically missing out on a grand final if they make it.
Yep.
So we won't talk any more about it though, Jeff. We'll wait and see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Mate, during the week, another AFL coach has stepped down or been pushed aside. Don Pike has now gone from Adelaide.
Gone. AWOL.
Corey from Corey's Garden and Landscaping was in here a couple of weeks ago and was talking about these big losses that are going to happen in Adelaide, and all these people are jumping ship and getting out.
Yeah, well,
since Dunstall and who else has gone over?
Dunstall and Pavlich. They went over there I suppose they were there to oversee or help weed out or look at their season that was and their predicament that they're in. But I reckon there's going to be a few. He's left on his own.
Well, he has, but he's had 2 years remaining on his contract.
Yeah, but he's said I think he's felt that uneasy with what's reported, and I actually he had a little swipe at the media on the way out, and what it is that I think that some of the sports shows they crucify you, with some of the games they were playing, and the coach cops the brunt of it, and he's actually said that unless they can fix this in sport, not just football. Well, then there's going to be a lot, because we've had how many coaches have gone, Jeff?
Glenn, he's the fifth this year.
He's the fifth.
So what have we've had Brad Scott, we've had Ross.
I was going
to say Ross Wilson.
Ross Lyon.
Bolton. And Alan Richardson from St Kilda. And he's the fifth. But this is sort of like online trolling, but done through the media.
Well, but because they bag them that much, and in the end, then their supporters get on board. And our sports show, we're not here. I mean, we'll say it how it is. We're not gonna shirk anything either. No. And you can only report what's there. But I sort of do feel a little bit sorry for him. Unfortunately, the trouble is, isn't it, with sport? It's the money in it. It's just like you said. What that guy that was playing gridiron and all the money is just ridiculous.
But what we were saying before with coaches, before we even came on, Glenn, it's KPIs now, and if you're not winning, you're gone. You're gone. If you're not producing results, you don't have a job.
It did all start too. There was a lot of controversy with their before the season their pre-season
Yeah.
camps and
Yeah.
the way they went about things. And this is all just grown legs. It's just grown momentum. It's just gone on and on and on. And unfortunately, I reckon he's jumped ship before he was going to probably get cut at any rate. So
Probably, but he was.
but he was. Look, I reckon he showed a lot of dignity, and the way he went out, mate. Good on you. I think he'll get another gig. In fact, sorry, I think he's gone back to Fremantle. I think he's gone to Fremantle and that back home to the West, because he used to play for West Coast when he was a player.
That's a win-win, Freo.
Yeah, but I mean they haven't got. I mean they're looking at rebuilding, aren't they? By the way. What's his name? Brad Hill.
Yep.
He said he wants to go to St Kilda, and that's going to happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
going to St
There
Kilda.
you go. Bit of frothy news there.
So he's going to St Kilda.
Glennie, some big news for you during the week that your mate, Beef Burgoyne,
Beefy,
the Sean Burgoyne,
was going to get a 3-year deal at about 105. He was going to be 108 by the time he finished at Gold Coast.
and he would have been, how old? 105?
Oh, no, he's probably going to be 37, 30. Well, geez, what would that make him? 40. But he's decided to turn his back on the Gold Coast.
Renee.
Renee's go the Cats.
God, no. Sorry, Renee, but we won't be going for the Cats. We like the dog. We don't mind the dogs. But
He likes the Eagles because they're close to Hawks.
close.
See, Kangaroos, we just got nothing. We're just on our own.
But sorry, Carl. I'm sorry, Carl.
Yeah,
out there for
yeah.
Jakubowski Holmes.
You said it. Well done.
I didn't even slur
You
it.
didn't. Jakubowski Holmes.
So the good thing is, Carl, I'm sorry that he didn't go out there to help you young fellas, but he's shown a little bit of loyalty. He's an absolute star, and he's going to probably play another year.
37 in October.
Turns 37 in October. So he's turned his back, mate. His family went up there. They had a little look around.
It's not the place to be.
No.
Not the place to be.
He's going to stay in Melbourne. So we get
It's
another
all right.
year
It's
out
all
of
right
the
for a
Hawks.
couple of weeks.
But he
you
played
know.
good footy. So good on him.
All right. So
And your man too, while we're at
Toddy Goldstein.
Todd Goldstein. See, turned his back on big offers. Big offers. I think it was... It was Geelong after Toddy Goldstein.
Yep.
And also, I think St Kilda were into him.
Yep.
And he's just said, no, mate, I'm going. I'm
player,
going to
one
stay
player.
at the Roos.
One club player.
3 years, you said?
I think so.
That's...
On $27.50 a week.
well, he's a good player. Look, he actually has
That's all they
turned
can
it around.
afford at the Roos.
He has turned it around, mate, but good on him.
All right, mate. Let's talk a bit about cricket. Let's talk the Ashes. They started again last night. Controversy. Mitch Marsh is in the team.
Well,
I
he is.
saw that and I thought,
Yeah, we all did, but
really?
I did. We've said it all year, haven't we, Jeff? We've gone, the Marshes, they get a game because they're Marshes. But
Yep.
I'll tell you what, it might be a masterstroke because playing on a reasonable wicket that's got good bounce, good even bounce, but a little bit of a road. And
It
of
looked
course,
very green. The pitch looked green, didn't it? Was it
No,
green? Or was it just...
that-
I got an old TV, mate.
had a brown tinge to it.
I thought it was green. If there's anyone out there who can
Had a
repair
brown tinge to it.
TVs or something...
If that's gold, I mean, geez, you're back to the hooks. But
Give me a call.
look, it was apparently they said it was a funny toss because they thought that Australia would
Toin cost.
the toin cost,
Toin
as
cost.
Jeff calls it, toin cost. But as we said, everyone thought that Australia would bat. But, Payne, he's seen it differently. In the end, they turned around and said, no, we're going to have a bowl.
Yeah.
And cut long story short, you mentioned Mitch Marsh. He's got 4 for, what was it?
35.
35.
35.
I watched it. I was watching, I didn't stay up all night, but I watched most of it. And he moved the ball. He was bowling good outswingers. And he picked up a couple of wickets. He had our good old mate Peter Siddle dropped a absolute soda down on the boundary, and then Tim Payne jumped in front of, and he's been keeping well, Payne. So well done, and captaining very well. So we're not bagging you, mate, but unfortunately in cricket you got a split second.
Wow.
Jumped in front of Warner at first slip.
Wow.
Put it down, and they're great. The legend, Don Bradman.
He's watching tonight.
Well, 2. Steve Smith's now the Don Bradman, and Don.
Well, I'm going to get on to him in a minute. We'll never talk about Steve Smith.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not going there, but I'm just saying that he put one down. It was a hard catch.
Yes.
It was.
But, so the boys have done well. 8 for 200 and 50s or 72, I think it was.
180, 82 or something like that.
270. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's close.
Well, it's written down there. But look, mate, you just mentioned Dave Warner. He's scored 79 runs in 4 innings and 61 on one of them. Well, so, and they're playing him again, and I thought they would.
They dropped Travis Head.
Yeah.
And they brought in Mitch.
What are your thoughts on Warner? Should he be playing?
Well,
he's that good sooner or later.
He's that good. He's got to hit runs. I think that's what they're. Yeah. I know what Australia are trying to do, and you listen to the guys that know what they're talking about, the Steve Wars and all these guys that are over there. At the moment, you've got to remember, Australia have got guys sitting there helping them. Steve Waugh, Ricky Ponting, all these great names that are rallying in behind the Australians to win the Ashes, which we've done.
Yes.
But they need to get Warner
retained.
Retained. Sorry, they need to get Warner confidence back so that when he does come back to Australia or wherever they're playing next, that he starts to be the player that he is.
So,
Jeff.
would you play him?
Yeah, he's lucky, but I don't think they had anyone else they could put in. So, I mean, look. Let's hope that I said it's not a bad batting wicket. So I don't think there's a million excuses. Is it?
Well, as you said, we've retained the Ashes, so we've won.
As Tim Payne said, though, we just don't want to retain them.
We want to win. No, we want to win. We want to
win.
I mean, I like to crush the Poms, mate.
Oh, for sure.
I
would play him. I'd play him. He's got to.
For all you Poms
out
there, well done. We love you as a nation, but gee, we like to beat you too because I know you like to beat us, so.
Mate.
So if you got a comment with that, you can throw things at me, call me whatever.
Yeah, I do.
Doesn't matter.
I do. Don't you worry about that, mate. Talking
about. Says there's only 2 Dons.
Who says?
There's only 2 Dons. Craig.
Yeah. There's the Don and then there's Craig.
Yeah.
And they're both the Don. They're both the Don. In our eyes, Craig will always be the Don, mate.
Yeah.
Talking about Steve Smith, mate. Wow.
He's an absolute star.
Wow.
Well, he's got more fidgets than he's like this. He's hat, helmet, and he just goes out there every ball.
He throws his bat around like Darth Vader.
Did you know that? Did you? He is. He's like a sword yarn, mate. He goes every time. He said that he was on the Today Show or whatever you call it in the morning. Koshi, Sunrise.
Yep.
And he said that every time he belts he said he's got the same routine every ball. And that's 5 taps of the bat.
Yep.
Hat.
Yep.
Box.
Scratch of the nuggets.
Yep. Scratch under the arm. He does it every ball, and he said that's his routine.
I'll read this. Smith has hit 2 centuries, a double ton, 2 half centuries in 5 innings since making his comeback from a 1-year ban from his ball tampering.
Yeah.
Hasn't hurt him. David Warner must be sitting there going, "Oh my God, what am I doing?"
The more they knock him, the better he's keep knocking him.
Yeah.
Get into him.
Yeah.
Because it's made him better. And as he said, they kept pressuring him. They said, "How have you got through it?" And he said, "Well, I've got a good family, friends, and that have rallied behind me." And he said that Koshi kept pressing him, saying, "Did you get outside help?" No. I just had good help from within.
Yep.
And actually, there is a Pommy guy over there that's actually spoken to him. And it's just positive thinking. And look, he's just, I don't know. I see the wickets exposed every time he goes to look at. But where's the ball go, mate? Straight through to the boundary.
Straight through.
Absolute star.
Just while we're talking about Mitchell Marsh as well, he turned down a $3 million offer
to
play in the Indian Premier League.
But that tells you something, doesn't it?
Gutsy, isn't
that tells you that he's
committed to playing in Australia.
He's committed, and he said, "I'm trying my best, and good on you, mate." Yeah. That's the Australian way.
And we've bagged him quite a lot, Glenn. Sean.
I think sometimes he cops it too because he's the younger brother, but his older brother, Jeff.
Sean, I know that's Dad. Sean Marsh.
Sean Marsh, sorry. Jeff Marsh.
Jeff Marsh, the father.
Sorry, but he's been around. Sean Marsh has been around for a long time. And he's probably at the age now where he keeps getting a game, they drop him, keeps getting a game. Unfortunately, Mitch has sort of been pushed in with that a little bit. And this playing 50 over cricket, then 20 over cricket, and then Test cricket, they just got to work out where your best fit is. That's probably.
Actually, let's talk about that next week. Let's go into that a bit more about the 3 different.
They struggle, don't they?
3 different styles. Should they have 3 different teams? Should they just have one team that plays for Australia and they play a lot, and that's just the best of the best? Or do they do? Let's talk about that next week.
I know, because just like for England's point of view, Roy,
Yep.
I call him Rib Roy, but Jason Roy,
Yep.
They dropped him, and you mentioned about Warner. Well, they dropped their opener because he's such a gun in 2020 and one day, but as soon as he's playing in Tests, he just can't get past 40.
Yeah.
Can't even get past 20.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not just his fault, but you make a great point, Jeff. You viewers out there, what do you think about that?
Give us
The
something to
Don,
talk
what
about.
do you think, mate, out there?
We'll talk about it next week, but
Right.
I think it's quite an interesting thing to go over. You know,
Because
whether they should have 3 different teams or they should have one team and just pick the best of the best, because you know there's people who can play 2020 and Test matches. I mean, Smith.
One thing I will say about Australia, and I meant to say this, and I really did want to comment on it, is I think that they've been pretty smart the way they've handled their bowlers. They've brought them in for the wickets they think they're going to be best on, and they've rested them, because what we forget is they've got the Ashes now, but then the next one they'll go into another test, then another test, and they burn out.
That's it.
And they're bowling their body, they cannot take it, can they? So,
Okay.
You didn't learn it from me. 3 teams, he said.
Three teams. There you go. Is that the Don, is it?
is it?
Well, we'll discuss it next week.
All right.
Apparently
Sorry,
English captain is getting a bit of stick now.
Good.
So
Yeah.
He's probably tampered
as
with
soon
his
as
own
you
balls.
lose, what-
Well, he got dropped 3 times, the Root.
See?
Yeah, I
See?
know.
That's what happens. You tamper with your balls, root.
Jay Root.
Gone.
Rooted.
This is news out today, Glenn, and I don't know if you've heard this or not, but
He's rooted, is he?
hot off the press that
Jay Root.
they're trying to change what when they put numbers on the back of cricket.
Yeah.
All right.
Number.
And it was a bit,
number 1.
it was a bit controversial,
Ah,
right?
yeah.
Now they're saying that because of climate change, they should be able to wear shorts. You like that, do you?
They should be able to wear shorts.
They should be able to wear shorts because of climate change, because it's getting hotter and
Playing
hotter
cricket?
out there, and yeah.
So when you got the ball coming down at 100 and what is it, 50 clicks and that, I'd still rather you need some.
You still have your pads
Yeah,
on, but
I
you
know,
have no shorts.
Yeah, but-
You'd be in your underpants.
Really not gonna make
Come on, cricket.
You might as well just walk out with the box on.
Turn it
Why
up.
don't they wear like the astronauts wear? They have like cooling suits and stuff.
Well, it's probably
You'd think they would
coming.
have asked
A little
for
bit
that.
like these what do you call it, Love Island and that. Perhaps they should just
Perhaps they
walk
shouldn't
out.
play cricket.
Maybe not.
Perhaps they should just walk out in a box.
Grow up.
They're also saying that maybe other sports should take a bit of notice, because people are out there and they're really, really struggling in the heat. So get some shorts on. Get on the beach cricket. So, yeah. Now, just one more thing about cricket, Glennie. I don't know if you know this, but Andrew Flintoff, Freddie.
Great man, yeah.
Mr. Flintstone.
Yeah.
Mr. Flintstone. He's actually now on Top Gear, and I don't know why. Get rid of Top Gear, because now that it's dead. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. He's walked away from an incident where he's had a crash in a car while filming the show, doing 200 kilometres an hour. He's walked away. He's okay.
Well, there you go. We just had the great man, great lad, Alex, and now there you go. I mean, as you said, he's walked away. 200 clicks.
200 clicks. So that's Freddie.
Freddie. Absolute star, though, wasn't he?
Anything else on cricket? Are you done?
Cricket? No, I think that's it, mate. I think we've heard enough of the cricket.
Just a little bit, of course, the Don's watching. We'll talk a bit of tennis. The US Open, the finals last weekend. First time ever a Canadian's won a major, Glennie. Bianca Andreescu. She beats Serena Williams.
I just thought she'd have to turn up, Serena, but she just...
No. She's 19-year-old, and
she gave it to her.
She didn't even qualify last year. I think she's ranked 152 when she's gone through to win the US Open, beats Serena. Serena's trying to win her 24th major, and she just can't get there every time. She's still a champion. I mean,
absolutely star,
and she'll come back and win. But
well, look, it's good. It's good that there's young players all over the world coming through now. These
Serena came back from 5-1 down in the second to make it 7-5. So 6-3, 7-5. So
there you go,
she came back. Now, obviously, Nadal won the men's. And they're saying to be the best US Open final in a century. So 7-5, 6-3, 5-7, 4-6, 6-4.
Well, it went for a long time, didn't it? It went for hours and hours and hours.
I didn't watch the men's, but I did watch the women's.
Yeah, well, he got booed a few times.
Who? Did he?
Yeah, because I don't know why.
Talking about being booed, mate. Your mate, the kebab.
The kebab.
You watched the fight?
I did. Are we going to have a go at this?
Nurmagomedov.
He's a UFC. We're talking. Sorry if you don't know. We're talking UFC.
I'm going to have another crack.
We're talking UFC fighters. It's Khabib
Nurmagomedov.
That's it. We'll go with that. That's as good as we can do.
And Glenn calls him the kebab.
I do call him the kebab. He's famous. Well, he's not famous. He absolutely smashed. They call him the bear. I call him the bear, but he smashed.
Hang on a minute. They call him the bear. You call him the bear.
Well, but it's more important that I call him the bear. Conor McGregor, he smashed him and he shut him up once and for all. The thing is about this guy. No,
but when he fought Conor McGregor, he jumped over the fence, and they both got fined. And
I know.
But
this kid, from the age of a very young age, and I get this from my son because he loves the UFC fighting.
He hasn't fought in 11 months.
No, exactly right. But this guy, he was actually wrestling baby bears as a young age himself.
His father, that's not right. Where's the RSPCA?
He's a tough nut. He comes from is it Kakistan?
Kakadu.
Kazakhstan.
It wasn't Kazakhstan.
Well, it's one of those, at any rate. But he's fought bears and all that. So when you think he gets hold of them, they can't get away from him, and he gets them in the. He chokes them out, mate. And they can't. He fought Poirier.
Yes.
And actually, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big UFC lover, but my son watches it and absolutely loves it.
So he jumped over the.
No, that was just again, no. He went over there to go up to Dana White, who invented UFC fighting, and just to give him a hug and say thanks very much for letting me back in.
I think he was a bit scared that he would jump over the ring like he did with Conor McGregor.
He did that with McGregor.
Crowd.
He did.
Well, that's what got him banned for 11 months.
But then he tried to belt. He was belting other. Yeah. Anyway, look, he's a star, and look, he probably won't be beaten. So Dustin Poirier. Who's a Yank? He's a Yankee fella, but with that name, it sounds a bit French, doesn't it? But he put up a good fight.
I think it's French for yogurt.
Could be. Anyway, cut long story short, he got beaten, Jeff. So that's UFC.
Now, Glenn, talking about fighting, we weren't on last week, so we didn't get to cover Jeff Horn's fight.
Poor old Jeffrey. You commented on. I know where you're going to go with it.
Well, without putting Jeff down, because he's a champion, and we love him. And we love him here on the Froth.
We do.
I just don't think he was toned. He wasn't.
He didn't look like me, mate, did he? Nice and toned, eh?
Yeah.
Do you reckon I can suck it in anymore? Look at that.
Jeez. Anyway, but yeah, look, he didn't look at the top of his career.
He just didn't look fit. Let's be honest.
Look, I know.
Well,
his
physique didn't look good.
It didn't. But is this the wrong thing to do? He's taken the fight knowing that I've just had a baby. It's come up.
He didn't have the baby.
No, but you know what I mean. He's up all night.
I think he did.
Well, maybe he did.
Yeah. Well, his coach. Can I just jump in? His coach has actually really had a dig at him.
Oh, really?
His own coach. Oh, yeah. His coach had a dig at him. Said. Too much cake, too much McDonald's, and unfortunately, he's been living the and pizzas. He's been living the high life. Actually, are we going to order a pizza? Yeah, we will later on, but we're not fighting. But at any rate, he
ding ding ding.
You never know.
But at any rate, no. What I'm saying is, he's saying if you want to be serious and you want to get yourself back into the condition you was, I reckon he should stay in his own weight division.
Glennie, where is Jeff on?
He's got to stay in he's got to go back in the division he was.
Yep.
And if he really wants to box, he's going to have to get himself in a lot better shape. As we both saw it.
Yeah.
And we probably don't know, but you can only look at the two boxes and thinking that guy looks like that. He looks like that. Unfortunately, mate, if you're not going to be serious, that may be it.
Yeah.
It may be back to school teaching.
I don't think you have to do that. I think
probably won't. You probably won't need to do that. But look,
sad to see that happen. But
we all lose. I mean, in sport, there's got to be. No, listen. He's a smart guy. If he can get out of the boxing and that with his marbles still all intact, then he's done well. So get out. Because if you haven't got your heart in it, mate, get out of it.
Yeah.
These clowns in that UFC fighting, I mean, I've got no idea how they do what they do, but I'd hate to see them when they're as young as I am at 56 and that. Anyway, yeah, so there you go.
There you go.
So
Well,
that's UFC fighting.
Sorry?
Poo sticks.
Oh, a bit of odd sports before we go to clean
Oh, we
sticks.
love it.
I forgot about odd
Poo
sports.
sticks.
What is odd sports?
Poo sticks.
Ladies
What's
and
odd
gentlemen,
sports, Jeff?
odd sports is exactly what it says. It's odd sports. Is anything across the world that we find that is just a little bit freaky, to be honest with you?
Like poo sticks.
And
And poo sticks, yes, that's right.
oh,
It's all about poo sticks.
are you on or we're on?
Yeah, no, you're on.
Well, we're on.
Yeah,
So
you're on.
poo sticks, Glenn. We can't watch it tonight.
No, we don't know what that is.
So it's a
It's
actual.
fun to say.
It's a sport, and I do like saying it. Poo sticks. Al, play some poo sticks.
I thought you were going to say poo stinks, but I know that. I know.
Pastime of poo sticks, racing small sticks in a river under a bridge. For you and me, it might be well into our history, but at the 29th World Poo Sticks Championships, it's very much about the now. Poo sticks comes from A.A. Milne's stories about Winnie the Pooh, but there's nothing fictional about these athletes. South Oxfordshire in England was the venue for this keenly contested event. Over 700 people from all walks of life took part, but perhaps fittingly, it was a 4-year-old boy who triumphed, his white stick winning the final and the admiration of his father.
Hold it up for us so you can see it.
Well done. There you go.
And what do you think about that? That's the sort of sport that I think I would like to participate in.
Well, Glenn hasn't seen it, but I think it's throwing sticks off a river.
Yeah, it's
and what
Throwing sticks?
Yeah, it's a poo stick.
What's a poo stick?
It's a poo stick.
What's a stick that's made of poo?
That's really bad, isn't it?
No.
No, it's not.
My dog left one of those in the kitchen this morning.
That's a grenade.
He had 5 poo sticks, and guess who had to pick them up?
I haven't. I think it's.
Oh, and sorry, my wife picked up another 5 poo
I think,
sticks.
Glenn. I think we haven't seen it, but I think it's they drop off a stick and it's called poo. It's to do with Winnie the Pooh. You'll see it soon.
Oh, of course not.
And Al, is it right? It's whose goes fastest.
I think so.
I thought you were just being full of crap.
Yeah, well, that's a poo stick. But it's a serious sport, guys. Get into it. Poo sticks.
Okay.
We might start that here.
I think we're on
We could
to
do it.
In Tassie. I think it's Cleve's tips.
Here we go.
Oh, Glenny, how we going, mate? In the racing?
Yep, let's go straight into racing. We're not mucking around tonight. We're going. We've got Doom and Roseville. We're not talking about too much about anything about our bank at the moment.
No.
Doom and Roseville, Flemington and Morfettville as the main races.
Race?
So we go. Listen, I've just jumped over to Flemington, race 4, horse 10. Rocks the Castle.
Who?
Rocks the Castle.
Who sung that?
Casbah.
It is. Who sung that?
The Clash.
Thank you very
The
much.
Clash sang that. 5:10 on the tape.
Yep.
But as I said, because I'm doing this Friday night, guys, watch how they come in. If you're sitting there like I do and study it and listen and watch, they do come in. You get your tips on when they go round. You know when the horses go round, Jeff, and they go round the yard.
And round.
They go round the yard and they say, "Oh, doesn't that horse look good today? Look at the coat on it."
Oh, yeah.
And I meant,
Let me just jump in.
The only thing I look for is if it's grey.
This
Well,
is
and that's work for us.
ready. This is Glenn on a Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me about it. I know.
You know, so I pushed my stomach out then. And
Stop it.
And you got the wireless going in the background.
Yeah, the wireless and the radio going.
The
At the same time.
transistor.
Right,
No,
keep going.
Jeff,
Yeah, I heard.
transistor.
I heard.
On,
All right,
next.
For the viewers are missing out on some really top tips here.
Yep.
Race 4, horse 10, Rocks the Castle, 5:10 tape. Race 5, horse 5, Dallasan will win, 280 fixed. You're not going to get much more on it. Race 6, horse 1. Renee, if you're watching out there, go and put your money on this. If you don't win, don't blame me, don't ring me. Horse 1, Princess Jenny.
Glenny, it has won. We have.
Yeah, we have one on
We
it.
have one on
It's just come back from a rest, and Princess Jenny, fresh, will win $10.
It's not going to win at $10.
But it won't. No, but $10 is fixed at the moment. That's on a fix, but it'll be as low as about $4, $3.
Oh, look at its pain.
Race 7, horse 13, Our Magician down here, Mystic Journey from all the way from down here in Hobart. It'll be paying $2 fixed.
Not worth getting on it.
No, we'll just watch how it goes in the betting. There's some good horses in that, and they may have a look at it, as I said, in the yard, and that's where you get your little tips from.
Barbecues.
Yeah, race 8, horse 2, Malibu style, $7 fixed. This is from tonight's betting.
Yes, because it can't be from tomorrow because we're not there yet.
No, and I'm going to have a little go on this horse again. It ran second.
You're going to have a go on it?
Well, we are.
Well, we're riding it.
No, it ran second last week.
You just said we're going to have a go on it. Does that mean we're riding?
We're big enough for a job.
I think we might struggle. Poor horse.
We might have to get in the sweat box.
Break
a little
couple
bit.
of limbs.
We might have.
Horse, I reckon.
We might have to get in the old sauna and run the marathon to Darwin and back or something. I don't know. Race 2, horse 7, Humboldt Current is $4.40 fixed. Race 3, horse 4, Angel of Heaven. Got him at the moment. If you wanted to put it on $9.50 fixed, it'll come in as much as $4. Race 4, horse 3, Dabyar. I'd pronounce it. I don't know. You can spell it Dabyr. Dabyar. 320 on the tote. Will win. Race 7, horse. God, I can't even read that. 11, Trope.
Yeah,
I like it. $4.80 fixed.
Not a fan of offal.
And when it's really cold and you're on a
That's what horse will be when it doesn't win.
yeah, and when you're really cold and it's late at night and you want to snuggle up to your wife, race 8, horse 4, Champagne Cuddles.
Turn it up, Glenn.
$5.90 on the tote.
Turn it up.
So,
actually, I don't mind that Champagne Cuddles.
So Champagne Cuddles, funny enough, that's his first. All the good horses are coming back now for the spring carnival. So they're all back now. So
when does that start? When does it start? Like the actual big events?
Well, we're in now. All the good horses are going to come through now that have been rested. There's been a lot of horses that have been sitting out at pasture, and they're just starting now. All the good horses now, when you get all your grades, like remember we've got the. By the way, we've got the Cox Plate and all that coming up.
Grass pizzas.
In the yes.
Here's a couple of people who are out.
Love me races. Get on it.
Here's a couple of people who are out in the pasture and a couple of people who should be out in the pasture. Out in the pasture, Jason Ackermanis
he's in the pasture.
should be curious. He should be pasteurised.
Yes.
Pasteurised. Oh, jeez. This is a good way to end it.
Okay, no, I should stop.
No.
I should stop.
Look,
But anyway.
look, all jokes aside, all the best with your betting and that tomorrow, and I hope you do well.
Make sure you bet irresponsibly, as we do here in the Froth.
And that was Cleve's tips.
And that is Cleve's tips.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for this evening. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I've certainly enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, we have. We've had some. It's been a massive weekend. I hope your sides win. Our side's not in it, Jeff.
So we don't really give a bugger.
We don't really give a bugger if you belt the living daylights. We couldn't care less. No. But we have all the best. We hope that. I suppose that Australia certainly win.
Yes.
They've got a little way to go. The Boomers tonight.
Yeah,
we hope they win.
I want to watch that.
I hope they win that.
We've
got rugby finals coming up too.
Rugby union starts next week, I think. The World Cup.
I
think that's next week.
Okay.
So we'll bring a bit of that to you next week.
Australia got over Samoa.
Guys for the Eastern Suburbs Rugby Union.
Yes, that's right.
That's correct.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on.
Yes.
And because the rugby league, all the rugby league finals will be.
Yes, we didn't even talk about rugby league tonight.
No,
so
we didn't. So we do apologise.
So we've
only got 10 hours to do this show. No, it's actually meant to be one, but anyway.
Too much on.
We'll look at next week for rugby, and we'll follow that next week, Jeff.
We will. Rugby league, rugby union. Let's thank Corey from Corey's Garden Landscaping once again. Chucky and Carl Jakubowski.
By the way.
What a bit of New Tech glass as well. You've got some glazing to do. Another sponsor of the Friday Frothy.
That's Glenn, 0419196100. It's 0419196100. New Tech glass.
That's glazing.
All your glazing and
local suburbs. So
shop fitting and that.
All right, guys. Yeah, you done?
Pretty much. I've been done all night.
You've done your
I've been done all night, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if our mate Corey has any of the Carlton boys there, if they,
should we bring him or not? No,
should we?
You want me to go back?
Well, we might try this. We are finished. The show's just about finished, guys.
Let's go dial mate.
If we could.
All right.
We're going to try. It may not work.
Oh, Shane would like.
This is only Carlton, by the way.
Oh, turn it up! I've said it again. That's 3 times tonight. He may not answer because they are doing
He may be having a steak sandwich or something.
But it is. There's Carlton players. They're all together. I don't think he's going to answer.
No,
he's denied. He's blocking us.
No deal.
No,
I reckon no deal. Nah.
Well, thanks. That's our major sponsor,
No,
Corey.
that's it.
Thanks for finishing the show on a high, Corey.
Yeah, that's it.
I hope you watch this and you feel really bad.
Glad you never got Clarkson. Any rate, he wouldn't want to go there. But,
Go the Kangas. Anyway.
Have
a great week, everyone.
Whoa. Sorry.
Yes.
It would be remiss of me to say, not that I'm a travelled footballer, but all the best to the... hang on.
He's on.
We're on, we're back on.
Hang on.
We're connecting.
Here we go.
We might.
G'day, mate.
I played 6 years at it, and I knew that I sort of was going to hand it over at a time when Cripper and Doc were certainly ready, and they're more than ready to do it. And both terrific players in their own right, and hopefully Doc can get there and place it for you next year. But those guys are working beautifully together, and as you said, the way he's played this year hasn't affected him one bit. So he's a star and he's a great leader. So it's been awesome to take a bit of the back seat. Still involved with the leadership group and trying to support those guys as much as I can. And I know when Juddy handed it to me, it was good to be able to lean on him at times as well. So I think I've been good for those guys to be in the background helping out where I can.
And speaking of Juddy, what is it like to be out there? I was there at the 2013 preliminary final. Oh, not preliminary, it was semi-final, was it? Elimination final. You guys got in because Hakuna Asada, thanks to the Essendon Football Club. And what is it like out there when a guy like Chris Judd in the third quarter just takes the game by the grit of the neck and just kind of wheels you over the line against a powerful team in the Tigers? What was that like to be out there in the field?
Yeah, it was an awesome day, that elimination final. Obviously, we snuck in because of Hakuna Asada.
Yeah, that's it.
Helped us out. And, we had a big week going into it. We had to play Port Adelaide, and we came back from 5-6 goals to win that, to play finals. And then I reckon if there was anyone there that game, there would have been 95,000. I reckon 60 of them were Richmond.
Well, there you go, guys. A little bit of Carlton.
That's Carlton.
Hey, we were in the trenches there. So
was in the trenches.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Ange.
And just before we do go, I was just going to say all the best to our local clubs down here. So all the best to my old side, the two Blues. The Lindisfarne Blues are playing in the grand final against Ewanville.
You Blues.
We might be there. We could. I don't know yet if I'll go, but we could be there. They play at North Hobart tomorrow. The Lindisfarne Blues, and they're looking for their. I think it's for 2 in a row.
Yep. And
Lauderdale play in the preliminary final against Launceston down at
Bellarive Oval.
Blundstone Bellarive Oval, and they're playing to have the right to play North Launceston. Launceston in the grand final. So we don't want an all northern final. So all the best to the Cats. And all the best to the Blues. So well done, Jeff.
We need to go.
Great show, mate. We're off here.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe. If you're going to take your car, make sure
the
you drive it.
Froths.
I don't even know what that means. Goodbye.
Goodbye.